Welcome y'all to another episode of Lily's Sizzling, and tonight on Lily's Sizzling we're going to be learning how to make these sizzle-tastic awesome enchiladas. So these are chicken enchiladas right here with a mole sauce that we made up over them, and we use some shredded chicken that we slow cooked in a slow cooker all day long to make these beautiful enchiladas. And this episode is going out to my Aunt Jan, who my mom said want to know how to make enchiladas. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna show her how to make some enchiladas and show you all out there in Sizzle-tastic land how to make enchiladas with us tonight. So come join us on Sizzle-tastic and sizzletastic.com and youtube.com/Sizzle-tastic, and we can come watch some Lily's Sizzling right here, and I'll show you guys step by step how to make these awesome Sizzle-tastic enchiladas. Coming up to you next. Today's episode comes from a request from California, and it's my mother's sister, and I guess they wanted to see how I make chicken enchiladas. So right here we have everything set up here. I'm going to give a tutorial lesson here on how to make chicken enchiladas. I've got my seasonings out here ready. What we're going to start with is some cocoa powder. This is a good heaping spoonfuls of cocoa powder. You have to have cocoa powder. You've got to have, this is my mixture here of seasonings. This is the chili powder. I use New Mexico chili powder, garlic and paprika, cinnamon and pepper, and everything else just kind of mixed in there, and with a little bit of seasoning salt, and then we got our chicken. So we're going to start here. This is called a poblano pepper, and I use these peppers and I use them to stuff the cavities of my poultry with when I'm making chicken enchiladas. So we're going to take out our poblano. We're going to de-seed him, and we don't have to be 100% accurate with our de-seeding. I'm just going to chop them up and stuff them into the cavity of this bird here in a second. And then these little dried peppers I have with me, one's going to go into the broth and one's going to go into the cavity. And those are California chilies, so those are a nice good chili base here to get our chicken nice and seasoned up. So it doesn't have to be completely accurate. Just take some peppers here and stuff them into the cavity of your bird. And the reason why I put these seasonings out beforehand is so I don't have to touch the bottles and get them all messy with chicken goop. So I can just keep filming here. And this is our chili right here. We're going to cut the stem off of him. You can de-seed him kind of like this. Just squeeze him and shake him. Once again, don't have to be 100% accurate. Just stuff the chilies into the bird. Bird's going to come up here and he's going to go right into the slow cooker. I'm going to prepare this other chili here. I usually just throw it in whole, but you don't have to get out all the seeds. That helps make it a little spicy. Now we're going to add our cocoa powder. Cocoa powder is one of the key ingredients here. We'll pour a shot of tequila over them to finish. This is all my spicy seasonings there. It comes to a good couple heaping spoonfuls when we get through with it. And chicken broth. We're going to cover him with chicken broth. And I'm using so much liquid here is because we're going to be slow cooking, and we need to have this bird steam and kind of just stew in its own juices, plus the broth helps bring out the flavoring of the chicken. And then we'll use a little bit of oil here. Just like that. Alrighty, and this is kind of like our base here. We're going to get some tequila up over him in a... Look, I'm pregnant drinking tequila. Where's my sombrero at?
It's just another Tuesday.
It is just another Tuesday. It's actually Wednesday, I think,
Whatever.
Cameraman. So we're going to add some tequila here. He's already been hitting it too hard. Good shot of tequila over our bird.
But it's only 9 a.m.
It's only 9 a.m. exactly. And so basically this is our bird, and what we're going to do with him is we're going to put our lid on and we're going to lock and load. Lock and load. And we're going to put him to about 6 hours And we're gonna put them on high for about 6 hours, about 3 hours. Our chicken here is done, and we're gonna start working here on our sauce. I'm gonna take a couple cups here of this nice chicken stock. There's no need to throw this stuff out, folks. This stuff is really good to use here. That's probably about 2 or 3 cups in there worth. Let's see. I'm gonna guesstimate that that's a good couple cups worth here of chicken stock. So you want about 2 to 3 cups here worth of chicken stock. Just comes straight out of your chicken. And we can add more or less if we need some. You're gonna take a can of tomato sauce here. You're gonna add your tomato sauce into your chicken stock. You're gonna add some tomato paste into your chicken stock. Now that was a 14-ounce can there that I was using of tomatoes. And then we're gonna get some paste. And this is gonna thicken it. And you can also thicken it with some cornstarch too if you need to at the end. And sometimes I will do that. You have flour and water, or cornstarch and water. Because you don't want too much of a runny sauce, but you don't want a sauce that's too thick either. So part of the sauce secret here is getting the sauce consistency right. There you go, good can of tomato paste. Let's get this other can in, because these are little tiny dinky cans. They're baby cans. So after we get this tomato paste in, we're going to put some seasonings in here, and then we're going to give this a good stir, and we're going to start it up. I'm going to add some fresh cilantro into it. There we have it, tomato paste. Okay, so what we have right here is some chili powder. Once again, we have about 3 tablespoons of chili powder, a good tablespoon or so of cocoa powder with some salt, and this guy's pretty well seasoned chicken stock, so we're going to add this in here. And we can add garlic, some peppers, and everything else underneath this end that we want. We're going to give it a good stir, and we're going to start heating it. I'm going to heat it probably about over medium heat, and just let it come to, and you can kind of see, look with the paste, how it thickens and gets nice. You kind of just mush down the paste into it, mush down the paste into it, and you start getting this nice enchilada sauce consistency. And it's going to turn really nice and pretty too. And it's that when you put it over your enchiladas, they kind of get a brownish color, because this is kind of like a mole sauce is what we're making with all the chocolate that's in it. So there we go. If you need more spice, we can taste it throughout. We can add things like red pepper to give it some spice, or if you have cayenne, you can add some cayenne pepper into it too, depending on how hot you want this guy. So let me get up a little bit here of fresh cilantro into them. I'm just going to take a couple pieces here of cilantro. Cook this down into our sauce. So there we have it. There's our enchilada sauce, and it's going to warm up. In the meantime, we'll take a look here at our chicken. Our chicken's done. You already know your chicken's done, basically, because it falls apart. I mean, and you're just going to shred it. Because we're going to take some forks here and shred it. I'll kind of give you an introduction to shredding the chicken. It's pretty easy to shred. You're just going to shred it up. We're going to put it onto a plate, and then we're going to get that ready as a station, get some cheese ready as a station, and get tortillas ready as a station. And we already have our beans ready for a station. Then we're just going to fill everything up, and we're going to put it in a casserole dish, and we're going to bake it and top it with this enchilada sauce. So it's going to be awesome and sizzle-tastic. So come up to you next, chicken and the rest of these ingredients, putting them together. Alright folks, I'm going to use this big old measuring cup right here that I used with my stock. And basically, as you see, the chicken just falls apart. I just take 2 forks and I just pull it. You just pull it apart, and it just comes right apart. Look at that. Beautiful shredded chicken. And it's all seasoned up with these beautiful peppers that we used in there, and all that gooey goodness of Mexican flavoring. And so we're just going to shred him up, and we're going to get ready to go here. Basically kind of get the idea of shredding chicken. It's not that hard, and especially when you cook it right, cook it for the right temperature and length, it just shreds just right before your eyes, just like that. So let's start getting these guys ready up here to assemble, and let's start making some enchiladas and eat. Hi y'all, we're back here and we're going to start assembling our enchiladas here in a second, and Lila, who's going to be the cheesy face, is going to help. So as you can see, our enchilada sauce is nice and simmered up in here. I'm going to add just a little sprig here of pinch, of some garlic pepper, some red pepper, and just to kick it up, a little bit more cinnamon. Maybe about a good teaspoonful of each. So our sauce is done. We're going to take this beautiful sauce and we're going to roll here. I've got tortillas in the microwave. Those are going to heat for 1 minute. And then we're going to start assembling everything, so you can kind of see here what we've got. We've got beans, we've got cheese, we've got cilantro,
eating beans.
Yes, we do. And chicken. You want meat? Piece of chicken? No, you want beans. Okay. Well, she's going to be eating the beans here while our tortillas warm up. I just slightly warm up the tortillas, y'all, because it helps make them more pliable while you're doing this. So they're more pliable when you heat them up, because if not, they're kind of stiff and they're rigid and they'll fall apart. So it's best that you heat them up. So I'm going to take them out here, and then we're going to start assembling. Okay, y'all, so here's our tortillas. And what I do is I soak them up into our sauce here. And your hands are going to get messy. It don't matter what you do. Your hands get messy. I leave a little bit of room here for it. There. Watch out. Watch out, hot tortilla coming through. And so I get a tortilla and I saturate it with our sauce. And then I'm going to start filling it up. We're going to take some chicken. We're going to put some chicken in our tortilla like that. We're going to get some beans in our tortilla. We're going to get a little bit of cheese in our tortilla. Be liberal, because you're also going to be topping them with this stuff too. Yep. And then we're going to roll it up. The sauce is still really hot. And she's going to town on my cheese. I'm going to have no cheese by the time we're done. There we go. We got our first one done, so our pan's nice and saturated with sauce here, so we don't have to dip it in the sauce anymore. I like to get all the sides coated with sauce. So there's that. Here's our beans. We won't be skimpy or stingy on the beans. Cheese. She's going to be full by the time she gets done. Lila.
Shine on the bean.
And then we're just going to roll it up. When I roll it up with both sides here like this, so both sides are folded in, and then I just kind of stick them over here, and I start just lining them on up, lining them on up, lining them on up until our whole tray is full. So once again, I'll demonstrate it one or two more times. Sauce on both sides of this. Lila. Some chicken.
What a kitchen helper.
She is. She's a taste tester is what she is. A little pinch of cheese. And some nice cilantro. We're going to take and we're going to roll them up. All the way over. And there we have it. Enchiladas. And then at the end here we're going to top these things with green onions and cheese. So let me get this whole tray filled with enchiladas. I can usually do about 30 to 40 of these in an hour, so it doesn't take me too long to roll them all up. I'm talking like total. As long as I have the meat shredded, I just whip them up. And meantime, we got our oven heated to 375 degrees. We're going to bake them up afterwards. Yeah, the cheeses and the beans. She's very excited. So we'll come back to you with the full tray. You are eating the whole thing. We'll come back to you here with a full tray of enchiladas. And she's eating the full thing too. Everyone's going to be eating the whole thing. I'm going to need to shred more cheese. Alrighty, y'all, we're back here and we have a full tray of beautifully assembled enchiladas. And so I'm just going to pour that rest of that little bit of sauce up over the tops of these guys that was in our dish here. Move that away, we're done with that. And now we're going to top them off with some cheese. All over the tops.
Don't be stingy.
I won't be stingy, you know that. You're the one who shredded the cheese.
Oh,
Probably ate half of it too.
I need to shred some more.
Yeah, right. It's like, just shred the whole brick. Just here, just stick it right here in the middle and let it cook.
That's a good idea.
It sounds like a good idea, especially to you, right?
Rocks modification.
We're going to put a little bit of cilantro over the tops. If you have olives, sometimes I'll put olives over the tops of them. And a little bit of these green onion chives. Let them cook in like that. And then I'm going to top them with some fresh cilantro and some nice crunchy green onions once they're done. So we're going to have the raw green onions, cooked green onions, and same with the cilantro here. So these are our beautiful enchiladas, and these are going to go into the oven at 375 degrees, maybe about 30 minutes, until they get a nice, like, good crisp around them and everything's kind of baked and brought together. And in the meantime, we'll make some guacamole and get our sour cream ready, and we're going to top these with guacamole and sour cream for those who want it. And we're going to basically get ready to eat some awesome sizzle-tastic enchiladas. Coming up to you next. Hi y'all, we're back here and we're going to start making some guacamoles. So I'm going to put some sour cream on up in here. Like a couple tablespoons. We're going to take some avocados right here. I've got some really nice ripe avocados. Just slice them on down. And we're going to let the seed fall out like that. There he rolls. And we're going to take and we're going to scoop out our avocado here, just right out of the shell. Just like that. Now we're going to get the other one up here. Meanwhile, our beautiful, beautiful enchiladas are about done. What I do with the avocados, you notice how I get the seeds out? I've got to dig, squeeze them. Look. Out pops the seed. I'm so allergic to these things, I've learned how to deal with them without hardly touching them at all. Unfortunately, it's a latex-based fruit. And I have allergies to certain things. Latex is one of them. And so I have allergies to avocados. If I eat them, I can't breathe. It's a pretty bad allergy. So I have everyone else taste testing my guacamole, and so over the years I've perfected it based on their taste and what they tell me. So I'll never know what it tastes like, but maybe you guys will. So you gotta tell me how it tastes. So I take some hot sauce here. I put in a good tablespoon or two of hot sauce. A little pinch of seasoning salt. Some red pepper. Maybe a good tablespoon of that. And then some garlic pepper. And we kind of just give this a whirl here in our blender, as you can see. And we're going to blend it. Alright y'all, so our guacamole here is done. So I'm just going to spoon it on out into our bowl.
You like to spoon, do you?
Oh yes, I do like to spoon. That's a nice, beautiful guacamole. Nice, good coloration to it with the sour cream, smoothness and texture. And it'll be seasoned too. So anyways, almost got it all. I won't be stingy with your guacamole. I'll try to get it all. He'll come back out, just like with the cheese, he'll come over here and he'll start spooning it out of the container or something. So there she wrote it right there. We got our guacamole. So there's our beautiful guacamole. And what we're gonna do here is we have on the side some sour cream, and this stuff's gonna be our toppings for our enchiladas. And we have some hot sauce from put this out on the table. So our guests or whomever is eating can top off their enchiladas. Meanwhile, if you come over here, come on. Come over here and let's check out our enchiladas here. If you can kind of get a nice little view right there. They're baking on up really nice in there. So there's our enchiladas, and they're about done. So because they're about done, we're gonna get a plate. We're gonna get ready to plate this stuff on up, and we're gonna have some enchiladas to eat tonight here on Lily Sizzling. Some sizzle-tastic enchiladas for y'all coming up next. All right, y'all, here's our enchiladas, and they are done. I'm gonna get a good 3 of them up on the plate.
Scoop that dopey. Never mind.
We're not being stingy at all with them enchiladas. There we have it. 3 beautiful enchiladas. We'll wipe up the side here of the plate and make the presentation really nice in a second. We're going to add some guacamole over the tops of each one. A little bit of sour cream here, right over the tops. Then we're going to top them off with some of this hot sauce. A little sprig of fresh cilantro in the middle. And some fresh green onions. So there we have it. I'm going to get this plate nice and cleaned up here for you. One trick of presenting your dish in the kitchen. You can take a nice wet rag and you can wipe everything down and make a little mess. Mexican food's very messy when you're presenting it. So there we have it. We have very beautiful enchiladas tonight here for you on Lily Sizzling. So if you can remember how we made these, we started with that chicken and we slow cooked that chicken for about 6 hours. And we just let that chicken just nicely slow cook. And we used all those nice seasonings. We used that chicken stock. We stuffed it with poblano peppers. We used the California chilies in there with the chicken, and the cocoa and the tequila and all those seasonings that we used. And then we made our enchilada sauce, which I used that stock. So after we take our chicken out and get ready to shred it while it's cooling, I start the enchilada sauce and we use that stock, maybe about 2 to 3 cups worth of stock, a good can of tomato sauce, and 2 little cans of tomato paste. And then I season that up again too, as you saw, with a little bit more cocoa powder, chili powder, and then right at the end I add some cinnamon and some garlic pepper and a little bit of cumin in there. So it comes all together with a very nice flavoring. And then I make the guacamole, and that was pretty easy. Just guacamole, sour cream, and some hot sauce, and some garlic, and you're pretty much good to go there, just like that. Some salt, and then we top it off with all these really nice ingredients, cheeses and everything else. And there's cheese inside the enchiladas, there's beans in the enchiladas, there's chicken in the enchiladas, there's everything in the enchiladas, and these things look scrumptious and they look awesome to eat. So please check us out, sizzletastic.com, youtube.com/sizzletastic. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos here so we can keep bringing these beautiful recipes to y'all. And also come like us on Facebook, facebook.com/sizzletastic. So basically just look up Sizzletastic or Lily Sizzling and you'll see me. Come like us, come join us, come watch us on channel 77 in Seattle. And we'll see y'all soon. Bon appetit, y'all. Thank you.